Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the first semi-final of the day. It is going to be New Zealand taking on Great Britain in what promises to be a very exciting contest. New Zealand able to get the win over Canada in their quarterfinal matchup. And in the end, the team that are playing up against New Zealand here, Great Britain, a lot thought that they wouldn't be making it to that semi-final 21-0 down against the USA, but somehow they dug deep in what was just a gritty, hearty performance from Great Britain. They were able to get themselves the win 26 points to 21. So they are going to be here in the semi-final matchup. And that's the thing at the moment. If they win this match, Great Britain, it does mean that it could set up for that Fiji versus Great Britain final, just like the Rio 2016 Olympics. But I hope you are all doing well. If you do enjoy this live stream that we are going to be doing of the live commentary, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be back in only around an hour's time as well, or half an hour's time, and that is going to be for the second semi-final, which will be between Fiji and Argentina. But we have got heaps of people in the chat already. AJ has said, let's go New Zealand as well. Also in there from Sione, and when does it start? It will be starting in around 5 minutes time. Will be when the kickoff approximately. Oh, that was a lot earlier, should I say? And we have got let's go Great Britain. Says Chris. Also go New Zealand from Katie. 8 minutes ago, folks. Go New Zealand. And in the end, he has predicted that it is going to be 26-12 in this matchup. Ric Flair noises, woo, in the chat as well. Southern Hemisphere. And let's go Kiwis. I predict New Zealand versus Fiji is the final. Says Novmum as well. But we are looking through some of the previous results for both of these sides. First of all, you look at the pool stage. New Zealand able to qualify top of their pool. They were on 9 points with a very good points differential of plus 68. Then we look at Great Britain in Pool B. They were able to finish in second on 7 points with plus 32. So both of these sides, they have the potential to score a lot of points. But the big question is who is going to be able to win the semi-final. It is a different match feel at the moment out there. Of course, it will be feeling very warm like it always is for these Tokyo matches. I believe the humidity is still blasting. There was ice on the field before that someone had left out there because of how hot it is. But Great Britain, they have got a strong lineup here, including their captain here, Dan Bibby, for this matchup. It looks like they have lost who they would normally have, which is, I believe they normally would have the name that I've forgotten, unfortunately, Tom Mitchell. That is the one. I'm wondering what's happened to him, whether or not he has got an injury or is just sitting out this one, I should say. But that is a big hit to them if they have lost him, because he has been one of the top performers for them in these matchups. But now at this stage, we are just going to be getting the lineups ready, and we are going to be almost straight into this match between the two sides that will be deciding who is going through to the semi-finals. It's going to be exciting, going to be fast-paced. We've seen New Zealand come back from 12-0 down. We've seen Great Britain come back from 21-0 down. Who is going to be able to have the comeback in this game, perhaps? Or is it going to be a one-horse race and someone just makes their way all the way to that semi-final to take on either Argentina or Fiji? So it could be tough for them, but we will have to wait and see how it goes. Looking through the lineup, so very strong for both sides in this one. And once again, it is going to be the Tokyo little cart that does bring the ball out onto the field. It has been performing consistently throughout this whole competition, just bringing the ball out to the halfway line. But at this stage, it means that we are only a minute away from the kickoff, getting underway in the semi-final. If Argentina versus UK for bronze, who wins? Said Sport Reactions. That's a tough one. I feel like in this case, Argentina are in great form, but Great Britain also have got that ability of being able to put in a gutsy performance like we saw when they did win up against the USA. I think it would be a very good matchup between those two sides. What's the New Zealand lineup? I missed it. Says Immortal. So in this one, it is going to be Curry. And then it is going to be Nshu, Collier, Newstab, Regan Ware, Joe Webber, and it is going to be Mollier. That closes out the starting lineup. So they have decided to go with quite a pacey side, but also a few of the older players still in there. I know a lot of people are saying that New Zealand probably the oldest team in terms of who they are selecting at times, but they've got a bit of pace off the bench with the likes of Nanai Satoro and also Maccabi Black that they may use a little bit later on in this one. But at the stage, Dan Bibby, he looks very happy at the moment. He is captaining the side with the injury, I believe it will be, or they may be just resting Tom Mitchell there. Let's go New Zealand as well, says David. And also we have got in there, let's go New Zealand from Angel. For this match now, they are running out onto the field, which means we are only a moment away from the kickoff. Can New Zealand get through to the semi-final, or will Great Britain be able to do so? But whoever wins this game will not have a guaranteed final, but they will have a guaranteed medal, I should say. If you're in New Zealand, you guys can watch it for free on Channel 1, guys. That is a very good point. It will be on TVNZ1 because of the fact that anytime there is going to be a game between New Zealand and someone, they do try and put it on one, which is pretty awesome for us who are wanting to follow along with the Olympics. This is going to be a crazy match. Feel like it's going to be a high-scoring one between these two sides, that is for sure, but hopefully it will go one or two ways. We've got Damon Murphy as the referee in this one. I know a lot of people who are in the chat are supporting New Zealand, so they will want to see them get a medal here, but Great Britain, very talented side. No one can look past them because of the fact that they have the potential of being able to go all the way and possibly winning it, depending on how it goes. No, Warbrick, I don't think the head coach was learnt that he's a beast unless he is saving him for the final as well. It's a good point. They have gone with a couple of almost, you'd say, interesting selections in this game here, New Zealand, but it's one of those situations that maybe it will work out for them, maybe it won't. They are undefeated in this competition so far, so we will have to wait and see whether or not they can continue that. I believe it's only them and Fiji are the only two sides who haven't lost a game yet. So imagine if that's the way that it goes all the way to the final. But now it is going to be Great Britain kicking off this one. Dan Bibby, the captain, to get us underway for the semi-final between New Zealand and Great Britain. High kickoff taken very nicely by Mollier, though. He has been dragged down just outside of his own 22 in New Zealand. This is something they don't want to be doing. They don't want to be trapped inside of their 22, but this is why they are going out the back line. It's going to be Collier now with a good run because of the fact that, in that game up against Australia, they just got trapped. And they need to make sure that that doesn't happen here up against Great Britain, who have got good defence. But that's going to be a good run from Nshu, who is driven forward just outside of the 25 once again here for New Zealand. Going to be Curry passing it back across field now with a good salad dummy on the inside to Weber. At this stage, Great Britain are doing very nicely in their defence to trap the Kiwis inside of that 22. But now Mollier tries to pierce the gap, and he does a little bit trying to fend off the man, but he has been dragged down there by the Great British defence. Regan Ware, crossfield, goes Curry. Now Weber selling a few dummies, tries to pierce the gap as well. Plays for Bay of Plenty in the provincial competition here in New Zealand and is a very talented player indeed. Now it's going to be once again in the hands of New Stubby. He had a very good game in the last match, driving forward for the Kiwis. They have had all the possession in this match so far. Regan Ware passes it across field to Mollier now. Going to be Nshu. Got the man on the outside, decides not to use him. He is still going Nshu, but he has been dragged down on the halfway line now. And New Zealand still driving forward. This is phase after phase for them. At the moment, I will read the chat in a very short moment. Now it's going to be once again New Stub trying to draw and pass. It's very nicely done out to Collier. Now he's got the man on the inside. If he decides to use him, he may not even need him though, because Collier is still going, but he is going to be dragged down. No, he's not. Dan Bibby. Let's go with the tackle. And now Collier making an extra few meters. Now it's going to be New Stub once again passing it back. Mollier trying to step on the inside, doing a circle there. He wasn't able to find the gap, but now offloads it to Weber. This is just non-stop attack from the Kiwis. Now it's going to be Weber through the gap, but he has ended up getting tackled. Just a high tackle there on the 22. So now taking it quickly was Nshu. Going back across the field now, Nooster. One more out to Collier. He is a dangerous ball runner, Collier. Just a draw and pass out to Regan Ware. And he is driving forward, reaching meter short here around the side. And Curry will get the opening try of the match for the Kiwis. And that gives them a good start to this match. They just ended up absolutely dominating the position for the first 3 or 4 minutes of this game. Crazy scenes. We have got good morning, mate, as well. Says Abdul Malik. Welcome into the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. We have got there will be blood in the chat, says Katie. And also, let's go NZ. And crazy how there's no crowds. Yeah, imagine how crazy the crowds would be going if we were able to have them for these Olympics. It would be pretty awesome at this stage. Definitely for that game against USA and Great Britain with that massive comeback as well. But that's the thing. New Zealand haven't won this game until they're about 28 points ahead, because then it may be a little bit too hard for Great Britain to catch them. But Great Britain, all the way through this match, are going to be in it. Katie, as well in the chat. And also we have got there so much money has been put into these games that they were riding on so much revenue from attendees. It's going to be anxiety inducing for the bean counters as well. Yeah, there would have been a lot of money that went out the window for this one, unfortunately, with no crowds being able to be in attendance for this one. Now it's going to be in the hands of Harris. He has taken that one very nicely off kickoff. And Great Britain have now got their hands on the ball for the first time in this match so far. He is going to be running it sideways now, looking good as well, going through a gap almost, going now out to the hands of the number 4. Look at the pace, and he's going to be going all the way. And it's going to be Norton who is going to be able to score this one. And now all of a sudden, Great Britain are back into this match, and it is going to be 7-all at this stage with the kick to come, or 7 after the kick, I should say. 7-all here. Great run there from Dan Norton to be able to score it. They aren't out of it until they're out of it here. Great Britain, great step there. And from there, the acceleration of Norton's just too quick. Where to watch UK as well, says Jay Barnett. Oh, is it BBC? Do BBC have the Olympics? Whoever is the main provider, I believe there are free options around the world. But yeah, where to watch in the UK, says Jacob as well. Anyone know how to get in the UK? I think the best way to do it is normally if you Google how to watch the Olympics in your country for free. Normally they come up with those providers such as, for us, it's TVNZ, the free option here in New Zealand. And we always got your channel. It's superb. Keep it up, boy, as well. Says Abdul Malik. Thank you very much. For 7-all in this match now. Seems like it's going to be a very close one. 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Taken nicely there by Newstub. But he is getting driven towards the touchline by the number 11 for Great Britain now. Once again, they are going to be inside of their own 22, and Shu's got the ball in hand, and he is going to be trying to pierce his way out through that gap, but that is not a gap because he has been dragged down by the number 3. Once again, it's going to be Curry going across field. Collier now. Weber on the outside. He's got the man outside of him. Does he decide to use him? No, he steps back on the inside here. Weber gives it to Collier once again, and he is going to be tackled there and driven slightly sideways by Lindsay Haig. Now going back. New Zealand once again under pressure. This is rush defence from Great Britain, but it is working for them. Awkward bouncing ball for Inshu. And they seem to have no kind of urgency at the moment, New Zealand. Like, they don't seem to care that Great Britain are all over them. They're just waiting for that gap, and they've got the penalty. Regan Ware decides against taking it quickly, and I believe they will decide to kick this one for touch. Instead, we have got Come On All Blacks, says Abdul Malik, and also we have got Dan Norton as a bullet. He is indeed. He is quick, and that's the thing. He can pierce a gap at any stage. Have to pay for Eurosport and Discovery Plus as well. Says Daniel, do they not have any free options in the UK? Because if that is the case, that really is unfortunate, because of the fact that, like, I feel like the Olympics are one of those ones that there should always be an option of being able to watch it somewhere, kind of thing. BBC can only show 2 sports at a time, and right now they're showing rowing and swimming. Okay, I understand now. Eurosport have the rest, and also we have got in there 7. So it's got to be one of the best spectator sports at the Olympics. It's the most unpredictable at times. Knock on there from Joe Webber. And because of it, it is going to be a penalty for New Zealand. So that is extremely lucky. It was offside on the halfway line. That could have been dangerous. Great Britain, instead of having the scrum about 40 metres out now, it is going to be a 50-metre penalty here for it is the New Zealand 7 side. But yeah, it's one of those ones, no matter what, it's like Great Britain in that last match. You can never count a side out until they are literally after the final whistle. Like we saw it with Argentina. They had a brilliant performance to get them through the semi-final. We saw it with Great Britain winning 26-21 after 21-0 down. It is it's extremely impressive is what I was trying to say. But yeah, I am loving this one so far. We have got basketball and rugby 7s are thrilling games as well, says Siraj. And also, oh man, Weber says Tesla. Volleyball too, says Savage, as one of the good spectator sports. But now it is going to be in the hands of Curry now. Off the line out goes back to Shu. Or no, Shu, sorry. Now it's going to be nice inside ball. Now Weber's got the man on the outside, goes himself here. Joe Weber drops the ball backwards, but it did just go backwards. He said it, so they are going to continue just outside of the 22 here. And once again, New Zealand 7s, they are going to be on attack. Weber has got the men on the outside, goes himself once again there, Weber. And he has been tackled very nicely by the Great British defence going back across field. Newstub, they have been just using that back line every time they get a phase here. New Zealand now it's going to be Mollier, pins the ears back a little bit, a draw and pass out to Regan Ware. He's got pace, and it's going to be the try. And that is going to be Regan Ware scoring the second try of the match for New Zealand. So is women's high jump as well. And Weber has fallen off, says the Mortals. And also, where can you watch in Germany, says Tommy. That is a good question. Do we have, they're actually going upstairs here for this one, possibly Greens from Malaysia as well, says MH Troy. Is anyone watching it who could help out Tommy? Have we got any German viewers? I'm not sure if we've got any other German viewers, unfortunately, but the best way I have found is to just search. Okay, he doesn't go into the dead ball line. Tell you what, that was a little bit close for Regan Ware, but that one is going to be another try for the Kiwis, and now the score will be 14 points to the 7 of Great Britain. Drew Theo as well. But yeah, the best way I normally do it is to just search on Google or whatever your browser is, how to watch the Olympics in Germany for free kind of thing. And then they should hopefully be able to explain it through the Olympics website. I think might have it as well. Beautiful as well, says Ray Mantis. And I love how right now you're the main coverage option for people from the UK trying to follow the game at 3 a.m. Says Theo, yeah, I feel bad with the fact that I'm not able to show any match footage, sadly. Like, I wish I was able to, because then that would be pretty awesome. But if we show any audio or match footage, we just get taken off YouTube straight away. But it is going to be halftime now. 14 points to New Zealand, 7 to Great Britain at this stage. I haven't watched any Olympics basketball yet, and I need to as well, says Katie Dixon. And also we have got in there, what channel is it on, says Connor United. If you are in New Zealand, it is for free on TVNZ1 or just TV1, I guess it is called. And then also if you are in Australia, I believe it will be on 7 Now, I think is the name of it. NZ versus Fiji for the gold medal match as well, says Kyle and Junior is in the chat as well. Welcome in, mate. Thank you very much for everyone who is tuning in for this live stream. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. And we are going to be switching straight over to the next semi-final after this match is finished. We are at halftime now. But once it is over, we are going to be switching to our live stream for Argentina taking on Fiji in the second semi-final. And that one promises once again to be a very fast-paced, hard-hitting game of rugby. New Zealand versus NZ in the semi. As well, says Savage. Oh, yeah, we've still got this. No, is this the semi-final? This is the semi at the moment, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So it would be the final, and then we have Oscar there. Yes, says MH Joy. Unless, of course, that's the semi-final, as in Great Britain win this, Argentina win theirs, and then New Zealand and Fiji playing off for the bronze, perhaps, is what you are saying. And we have Oscar, we need more All Blacks. As I says Abdul Malik, and also, bro, my reminder didn't work. As well as Cameron Jeffrey, I think we've had a few technical difficulties because I actually have to watch the chat through YouTube this time rather than the way that I would normally do it, which is through my live streaming software. So it's been a little bit weird at this stage today for some reason, but hopefully it does all run smoothly in that regard. The IOC has enough money to buy the entire planet and then sell it back to themselves as well, says Katie Dixon. And also we have got Come on Great Britain, beat this old team, says Chris. And also go Great Britain, go New Zealand as well from Ratu. Love your work, Hamish. And also Argentina will take care of Fiji, says Max Power. Tell you what, the way that they played in that match up against South Africa, like if they play that way, this is going to be a very exciting match. But of course, Fiji getting that win over Australia, 19-0, I believe it was. But it's going to be interesting, that next game, that is for sure. But now the second half about to kick off here for New Zealand. They are kicking off long. It's going to be Newstub. Fires it high. It's going to be taken. No, it's not. It's going to be dropped. And now all of a sudden, New Zealand, it's going to be another opportunity for them. Little knock on there. Can't play advantage. I believe it does mean now that it is going to be the scrum feed for New Zealand just inside of this window. I was around at 50 subs. You were indeed. We have got a few of you guys in the chat who have been around for a very long time. Imagine if Argentina beat Fiji in the chat as well, says Immortals. The way that they played yesterday, it's not impossible. They've got the heart. They've got the determination. But they're going to have that power game up against Fiji as well. They can't let them end up in a dominant position, Fiji, because then they will just run away with it. So Argentina need to make sure that they stay in that position of being in that game right to the final whistle. It is Gabriela, not Gabriel as well. But I will read the chat in a very short moment. It's going quick at the moment. Just like this game, new stuff now. Going to be offloading it now to Scott Curry, their co-captain for this match, taking it to ground. Tell you what, my voice is not working right on my brain at this stage, but now it's going to be back into the hands of Atina and Satoro, the stepper machine, who plays for the Chiefs in Super Rugby, trying to step his way through, but he is going to be tackled on the 22 now for New Zealand once again, using their backline. Collier goes out now into the hands of Newstub. Now it's going to be Inshu going forward. It's a good run as well. Offloads on the inside to Newstub. Only going to be 10 metres short now are the Kiwis. Round the side, able to steal that ball. Great Britain, but taking it straight back, is it? No, wasn't quite able to get it, and it's going to be a penalty to Great Britain now for the player leaving his feet. Dan Bibby now taking the quick tap. They're only going to be 10 metres out from their own line here. Great Britain going sideways now. And now they're trying to find the hands of Dan Norton. He's actually kicked. First time we have seen that kick in a long time in sevens. That is for sure. And that one has gone into touch. It was actually the clearing kick that I was referencing there. But at the stage we have got close matches. Amy Finn, yeah, it's going to be going down to the final whistle. That is for sure between these two sides. I feel like a Great British try is coming very soon, which is why I am a little bit nervous for you guys going for the Kiwis in the chat as well. And go the boys as well, says Cameron Jeffrey. And also, bro, if Caleb Clark was playing, I would hate to be the other team as well. Yeah, he would be one of those players you don't want running straight at you. Maybe we will see him used, depending on if there's any injuries or anything like that in this match. Maybe we will see him in the final if they can get through to the final, New Zealand. That is, there is still 5 minutes left of the second half, so there is still plenty of time to play. That one's gone to the back there. Very nicely done there by the Kiwis. Mollier now taking it nicely. Mickelson, the other co-captain, he's got Regan Ware on his outside. Takes contact himself, though. And in the end, they have been able to just hang on to that ball. New Zealand inside of the 22. Nano Satoro passing it across field. Once again, using their back line. They've got men on the outside. Decides to go himself. They offload now into the hands of the captain. Curry, he's done a massive fend as well. Wasn't quite able to keep on running. He's only going to be a couple meters short now. Newsted, loose ball, but it's going to sit up beautifully for Molly. A wide ball. Could be an interception. No, Mickelson's going to take it. He wasn't quite able to find the offload. He's just thrown it out the back, and it's found the hands of Regan Ware. And it's going to be the try for New Zealand. And that is the third try of the match for them. It's the second for Regan Ware. And from here, perhaps New Zealand are going to be able to make it through to that final. We'll add that one to the try scorers list. We better not give it in that situation of a converted one yet. It's going to be a reasonably hard kick for the Kiwis, but we have got in there in the chat when it's where is it 3 a.m. I want to watch the game, says JJH. Unfortunately, due to licensing, I think the only option in the UK is Eurosport, I believe someone said earlier on. Unfortunately, there are no other options in the UK that are actually showing the footage. Or that's at the post and bounce back, which means now that Great Britain are only going to be the 12 points behind. 2 converted tries could get them the win here. How many minutes left, says Jadesh? At this stage, we are sitting at around 3.5 minutes left in this one. So it is going to be a very, very close in the last few stages of this one. There's no Pavlova emoji as well, says Amy Finn. Not yet. Maybe we will look at getting one for the channel because we are going to be introducing channel membership soon. Hopefully they will get, I think they're getting in review at the moment, so we have to wait and see what they do say. But now it's going to be kicked off by New Zealand, and it's going to be claimed, and that is going to be the game because Collier's going to score off kickoff. And they caught Great Britain sleeping a little bit there. Of course, it is 3 a.m. there, so a lot of Great Britain will be sleeping, but that is a try for New Zealand that will get them through to the final now, and the score at the moment going to be 24-7 to New Zealand here. We have got, look at this try as well, says Kyle. It was an absolutely brilliant one. Collier, what a dangerous player he is, and when he just takes that one straight off kickoff, there is no stopping that man. And we have also got, imagine thinking Great Britain had an equal chance to New Zealand to win this match. There's Immortals. I mean, the way that they played up against the USA, they could have been right in this one. But at this stage, New Zealand have been able to run away with it a little bit in the later stages, and wheeled works as well, says Katie, and fastest try after kickoff. It's got to be close to it in this competition, I would say. Congratulations, Kiwis. You own this game as well, says Max Power. And that will mean that New Zealand will be going through to face either Fiji or Argentina. That's going to be a good game, and it is going to be taking place in only around 15 minutes time. We are going to be doing a live stream for that one as well, and I will post a link in the chat right at the end of this one. We'll be into the situation of pretty much you can click that link and go straight over to our next live stream when it is about to start. We haven't got, well, I'm off to bed. Thanks for the commentary, says Daniel. No worries, mate. And I do appreciate you guys all being here for this one. ROP, says Savage as well. And also, I think it's going to be Argentina. Imagine that, New Zealand, Argentina in the final. And the two sides playing off for third and fourth would be the two sides who played for silver and gold in the last Olympics. But we'll have to wait and see now. It is going to be in the hands of Glover. That's actually the first time I've seen him touch the ball in this match for Great Britain. But now it's going to be a penalty to New Zealand as well inside of the 22 of Great Britain. And it just isn't quite going their way into this matchup so far, unfortunately. We've also got GDC as well. Says Cameron Jeffrey, likely Fiji, says MH. Sure, yeah. They are definitely the favourite to win this competition, that is for sure. And also we have got New Zealand are now 37th on the medals tally. Not too bad for a little country. And that's the thing. If we can get a gold medal or a silver medal later on tonight, that will also add to our tally. And who knows, maybe it could be the first gold. It's going to be tough for them, though. Mickelson changed the game, says Victor. Yeah, the experience of some of these older players. I know quite a few people don't like them too much, but at the end of the day, they are very experienced. And alongside some of those young, pacey guys, that is a very good combo for New Zealand. We own a little country as well, says Abby Finn. And also Argentina depleted by injuries. Also probably a suspension to their captain due to that red card, I would think as well. Boss is looking at me yes, sideways. Yes, boss. I'm working as well, says Ray Mantis. But now the Kiwis once again going to have this ball about 30 metres out now. And it's going to be Nashu, but in the ears back. Offload out the outside now into the hands of Tino Nana Satoro, who wasn't quite able to get through. It was actually McCarvey Black who had that last run. My apologies. Now it's going to be Kurt Baker. Passes it off. Mickelson. Tackle 5 metres out for New Zealand once again. Baker now offloads it back. Curry pins the ears back and he's driven over. And that's going to be another try to New Zealand. And now at this stage, they are really extending this lead. It's going to be 29 points to New Zealand, 7 to Great Britain in this matchup. It's got gold for New Zealand as well. Well, if this game is anything to go by, they are seeming to be in form today, which is a very good news. You should know Fiji game by now. Yeah, they're going to play well. And it is going to be interesting because I think Argentina may have to try a little bit of that kicking game that they did up against South Africa to be able to try and break that defense of Fiji. Just running hard at the Fijian line, you're not making it through, unfortunately for you. Like, they're just too strong and they will just drive you backwards. So you got to try a couple new strategies. And I think that is what they are going to have to do. That drop kick has not gone over there But because of it, at this stage, 4 tries for Scott Curry throughout this competition so far, 29 points to the 7 of Great Britain. Good effort, Great Britain. Team has a ton of heart. They do indeed to come back in that last match from being so far down, 21-0 down, to then win it 26-21 was just incredible. We always got Let's Go Fiji, says Chris, and also in the chat, and we are into the gold medal match. Let's go. Yeah, at the worst, New Zealand are getting a silver in this competition for sevens. That's been kicked off long. It's gone too far. And now because of it, I believe it will be going straight back to the halfway line. And now Great Britain will get a good opportunity. The timer is up at this stage. So now we will just wait and see what the final play of this match will be. Great Britain will be able to tap it on the halfway line. And at this stage, possession has heavily been in the favour of New Zealand. I believe it would be at least 80% possession, but now Dan Bibby, the captain, going to get another opportunity here for Great Britain. Done a little chip in behind. It looks like it's going to drift into touches, and it's close, and it does go into touch. So now the score at the end of this game is going to be New Zealand sitting on 29 points, Great Britain sitting on just the 7. So this was a very good performance from the Kiwis heading into that finals game, which will either be up against Argentina or Fiji. That match is going to be taking place in only 9 minutes' time. In 4 minutes, we are going to be switching over to our next live stream. So what I will do straight away now, for anyone who is keen to watch that one for the commentary of Argentina taking on Fiji, that is a link in the chat that will take you straight to that scheduled live stream. And then from there, you will be able to sit there and be ready for when we do start it in only 3 minutes' time. But I do appreciate you all being here. Good performance from the Kiwis. Definitely Regan, we are able to score 2 of the tries. Also, Curry got 2 of the tries, I think, if I'm not wrong. But just very nicely done. And also, Collier was able to score 1 as well for New Zealand. So they were able to do a very good job of being able to get this one. And it means at least they are guaranteed is a silver in this Olympic sevens competition. But now we are ready to go almost for our next live stream, but I will end this one now. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Do appreciate you all being here. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Like I mentioned, that link in the chat does take you to our next live stream that we are going to be doing in only a couple minutes' time. But I will see you all in a very short moment for the second semi-final match of the Tokyo Olympics Sevens.